As Above, So Below is a new found footage horror film. And I know the majority of you just went, I don't give a crap. I'm done with these things. I'm done. They're just movies that are really cheap. They cost like $2. If they make $10 at the box office, we have ourselves a profit. A young girl who's incredibly smart. She's an explorer. She has like 1 billion degrees. She knows 1 billion different languages, including dead ones. And she just takes a whole bunch of people that we know will more than likely die because we don't give a crap about any of them down into the catacombs of Paris because she is looking for the Philosopher's Stone. That's right, the Philosopher's Stone. That's what she wants to look for. She really wants that thing, man. Her father went nuts and killed himself searching for it, so she does have an emotional attachment to it, and now we're down there and things are happening. There's all these inscriptions, and they seem to hint that they're going someplace metaphorically, but they're actually there, and some serious stuff starts going on. Now, I gotta be honest, this movie started out so incredibly awful that I was like, this is the worst movie of the year. I would say this movie has one of the worst setups of this entire year. Like, this really strange thing happens at the beginning that's never really explained. And it doesn't really seem to have much connection to the story either. And then she just goes around, picks up some random people, and almost it's like they're just like improvising the entire script. They're like, here's this thing, and there's a catacomb, and we're gonna go there. But I will be completely honest. I would say the last 20 minutes of this movie actually did scare me a little bit, and I have to be honest about that. I gotta give the filmmakers credit. There was some legitimate scary imagery that did creep me out, and there was some good use of sound, despite the fact there's overuse of the jump scare element, which is so incredibly annoying because there isn't actually any real tension to that. You're just anticipating a loud noise that will eventually occur, and so you're just waiting for this boom when there really isn't actually some tension in the air because you don't give a crap about any of these characters because the story isn't interesting. When did horror films stop giving us cool stories and just become obsessed with loud sound effects? I'll also give the film this. The actors aren't doing a bad job. The performances in this movie are not terrible. Also, the film has what I call the excuse, where you put your characters in a place, you say, this is where they are, maybe, and if they're there, we can just do anything we want, and if someone says, what was that? Can you explain that? All you have to do is say, the excuse. Whatever your excuse is. This is where they are, and now anything can happen. We can show this. If someone goes, what the heck just happened? You just say your excuse of where they are and everything is okay. The director of this movie directed the Poughkeepsie Tapes, Devil, and the American remake of Wreck, Quarantine. Wreck was a fantastic French found footage film. Quarantine was literally just a copy of it. So he has had experience with found footage films, but I don't really feel like there's anything here that's too different from all the rest. It's just sound effects and some creepy stuff that happens in the last 10 to 15 minutes of this movie, and I was like, okay, that was some legitimate scary stuff. But up until then, I was incredibly bored. It was just a whole bunch of sound effects. There's even a part where the ceiling is cracking above them, and a guy looks up and goes, that's not good, is it? That's bad, right? I'm like, yeah, that's pretty bad. You might die. Why are you asking if that's bad? The ceiling's about to collapse on you and kill you. I'm gonna give As Above, So Below a D+. It has some good performances. It does have some creepy moments, but for the most part, it's a found footage film with a whole bunch of jump scares, and I couldn't really get into it. Guys, what are your thoughts on this film if you have seen it? What's your favorite found footage film? There are a lot of different kinds. I'm curious to know what your favorite is. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.